So you're looking at the Northeast Ohio real estate market, and let's be honest, you can feel that the game has totally changed. The old rules, they just don't apply anymore. So in this explainer, we're going to break down the new playbook for how you win in 2026. Let's just dive right in.
You know, it's really easy to look at all the headlines and just feel completely lost. I mean, prices are doing one thing, sales are doing another. Is it a buyer's market, a seller's market? Well, the truth is, it's kind of both. And that mix of chaos is actually creating some incredible opportunities, but only if you know where to look.
And this is the most important thing to get. The days of just panic buying or throwing a house on the market with a couple of smartphone pictures, yeah, those are over. Success in 2026 isn't about how fast you can move. It's about having a smart, data-driven plan. We are officially in the era of strategy.
Okay, so to get you there, we're going to walk through 5 key areas. First up, the new rules of the game. Then we'll get into the hard data. After that, we've got specific playbooks for both sellers and buyers. And to wrap it all up, we'll pinpoint your single most strategic next move.
All right, let's kick things off with those new rules. The whole dynamic has shifted. We've gone from this wild, almost frantic market to one that's way more focused and, frankly, more deliberate.
What's so fascinating here is the contrast, right? Just think about it. We've moved from that crazy time of waived inspections and these emotional buy-at-all-costs decisions to a market that actually rewards smart, competitive pricing and choices that are backed by data. Buyers, you have more leverage now, and everybody, sellers included, is focused on real, long-term value.
Look, talk is one thing, but the numbers tell the real story. So let's get into the data and see what's actually happening on the ground in the Northeast Ohio market right now.
First thing you need to know, demand. The Ohio Realtors forecast is projecting a 14% increase in existing home sales across the state for 2026. What that means is a pretty significant wave of new buyers is jumping into the market, and they're all hungry for the limited inventory that's out there.
So what about prices? Are they crashing? No way, not even close. While those crazy double-digit gains are behind us, local experts are forecasting a healthy, totally sustainable price appreciation of around 4% for the Cleveland area this year. And that's a great sign of a stable, maturing market.
Now this number, 37 days, that was the median time a house sat on the market as of January 2026. So half the homes sold faster than that, and half took a little longer. At 37 days, it's a bit longer than the absolute peak frenzy that was around 32 days, but historically, it's still really fast, especially for the winter. It's still a seller's market for sure, but it's one where buyers finally have a second to breathe.
And you gotta see this. This chart tells such a powerful story about pricing. According to Zillow's data, almost 59% of homes in Cleveland, that is the majority, are selling for less than their asking price. Only about a quarter actually sell for more. This is a massive flashing sign for sellers. If you get the price wrong, buyers are not just gonna bite. Nope, they're gonna wait for you to drop it.
So, if you're a seller, how in the world do you navigate all this to come out on top? Well, it all comes down to having the right strategy, one that's designed for this specific recalibrated market. I think it helps to think about it as the 3 Ps. It's pretty simple. First, precision pricing, and that has to be based on real-time data. Second is perfect presentation, making that unforgettable first impression. And third, proactive preparation, so you can get ahead of any potential problems before they pop up. This quote from a recent market report just says it all, doesn't it? The single most important decision a seller makes in 2026 is setting that price right from day one. It is literally the difference between a quick sale with strong offers and a stale listing that buyers just scroll right past.
And hey, when we talk about presentation, you don't need to do a full gut renovation. The data shows that these high-impact, lower-cost upgrades give you the best bang for your buck. We're talking about things like fresh, neutral paint, modern light fixtures, and simple stuff for curb appeal, like fresh mulch and a good power wash.
Okay, let's flip the script. For all you buyers out there, this more balanced market, it's creating some fantastic opportunities that frankly just didn't exist a couple of years ago. So, buyers, here's your snapshot. Mortgage rates are finally stabilizing around 6%. Price growth has calmed down, and you actually have more negotiating power. This gives you a real shot. So what's the play? Get pre-approved as early as you can so you're ready to pounce. Be open to exploring those cool up-and-coming neighborhoods, and partner with an agent who knows how to uncover those hidden gems.
And this right here, this might be the single biggest advantage for buyers in our area. Just sheer affordability. Just look at this. The average home price in Cuyahoga County is a staggering $187,000 less than the national average. Let that sink in for a second.
Even out in the popular suburbs, you're still looking at a discount of nearly $100,000. That is a massive financial edge.
So what does that discount actually mean for your wallet, month to month? Well, buying a home for $100,000 less than the national average can save you around $650 a month on your mortgage. That's a life-changing amount of money that can go towards savings, investing, or just your quality of life. Okay, so we've covered the market, we've got the seller's plan and the buyer's edge. Now let's pull it all together and talk about your final and maybe most crucial strategic move.
Timing is absolutely critical. Data from Realtor.com points to mid-April as the Goldilocks window for sellers. Why? Well, because buyer demand historically peaks right before that big wave of new listings hits the market in the early summer. So listing in that April 12th to 18th week puts your home in front of the most buyers with the least amount of competition.
So look, if you take just one thing away from all of this, let it be this. The Northeast Ohio market is strong, it's full of opportunity, but it rewards people who are thoughtful, prepared, and strategic, not just the ones who are fast.
The market is ready. The data is crystal clear. The only question left is, now that you have this new playbook, are you prepared to make your move?